Hi guys, welcome to our first lesson online. I hope it doesn't stay this way forever, but we're going to work on it this way for right now. Like I said in my text, if you guys have questions about anything you see on this video, text me the question and I'll reply to the whole group. Just post it, just ask the questions where I asked you questions on the text, or when I commented on the text. Now last week, for those that were there, we started doing arpeggiating. And to review, arpeggiating is not strumming, but doing it real slowly. Instead of going, you go. And I found a song that I think is a really good exercise in arpeggiating. It's an old 1960s song called House of the Rising Sun. Some of you may have heard it. It's got a lot of chords in it, but that's good for you. It's good practice. They're chords you all know. So I'm going to, first of all, go through each of the chords. Okay, it's A minor, C, D, and F. A minor, C, E7. And if you're really struggling with the A7, you could play just a regular E. But on the E7, remember, you just move that finger off of that string, and that's your E7. Ty, I haven't given you a lot of these chords. If you have difficulty finding them or they're telling from my fingers, I'll see if I can find something to send you. And everybody remember, you're looking at me as a left-hander like I'm a mirror of what you would be playing, except for Martine. Okay, it goes, let's do it again. A, C, D, F. Back to the A minor, then to a C, and now to the E7th. And then you repeat the first part. A minor, C, D, F, and then A minor, E7 to A minor, and then to E7 again. Now those are the chords, and play it slow enough that you can make those changes. Now that's close to the song that the speed that the song is actually played at. So that's probably a little fast for you to make those changes. So you play it slower. I'm going to go through it one time real slow. You know what, let me go through it slow, but tell you the chords at the same time. Okay, we start with an A minor. A minor, C, D, F, A minor, C, E7, A minor, C, D, F, A minor, E7, A minor, E7. Anyway, so that's how you play it, just strumming. But arpeggiating, which we worked on last time, is where you do an arpeggio. It's a series of notes that run up a scale or down a scale. Okay, so instead of strumming the notes, I'm picking them out one at a time and letting them ring. So I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, because this song is a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's called 3/4 time or 3/4 time or waltz time. Dun dun dun. You can picture people waltzing to it. That's the time signature that we're playing in. Most of our songs are 4/4 songs. This is a 3/4 song. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, I play specific notes to that song because that's actually how the song is played, where I start on the A string and I go up 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I go up from the A string to the next string to the next string to the next string and then back this way. You don't have to do that. I'm more interested in you guys just getting the feel of going back and forth. You don't have to hit the exact notes that are in the song. If some of you want to try it, you start on the A. The A string open is your first note. Like that. On the C position, same thing, only you are now playing the C note instead of the A note, but it's the same string. When you go to the D, there's the D string, so that's open, and you move everything up to these 4 strings. And then to the F, I also keep it on the top 4 strings. Remember, there's a lot of ways to play the F. Okay, so you guys work with that. Just keep going through those chord changes. It'll be good for you. They're all chords you know. Again, A chord, C chord, I'm sorry, A minor chord, C chord, D chord, F chord. A minor, C, E7, A minor, C, D, F, A minor, E7, A minor, E7. So anyway, that's one you can work on and really try to get the notes to ring out. It's a good exercise to tell you whether you're playing the chords properly, whether you're fingering them properly, if you're getting some of this that's kind of muted or dull or doesn't ring out, that means your fingers are not cleanly away from the fret, and or you're not applying enough pressure. And hey, since we're all sitting home these days, building up those calluses, that's a very good thing. That once you get that done and your calluses are firmly in place, it'll be a lot easier to learn new stuff because it won't hurt your fingers so much and you won't be thinking about the pain. You'll be thinking about what you're learning. So that's that for arpeggiating and House of the Rising Sun. If you want to Google that song, you could listen to the actual song. Not a Christian song. Anyway, that's the first part of our lesson. Next is I want to do Amazing Grace, which we've all learned. I think everybody but maybe Ty has done that. I will send you via email, and you should have that hopefully by now, a copy of Amazing Grace. The thing that's different about this version is that it changes keys 3 times. And I don't mean changes chords, I mean the key that the song is in. Most songs start in the key that they're in. We're going to start it in G. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. So when you start a song, usually the key that you start in is the key of the song. Not always, but most of the time. But what we're going to do this time is we're going to change keys on each verse. And what we do is we move up a step or a step and a half, and that's called modulating. And that's used in music. This is a little bit of music theory for you. That's used to increase interest or to make something a little more dramatic. We do it at church quite frequently. David Craig and Sarah used to love to do that. Did it on lots of songs. And you'll see as we go along how when you do that, it kind of creates an interest rather than it's just another verse of the same song. So that's called modulating. It's just a key change. So we're going to do Amazing Grace. The first verse will be in the key of G, so our starting point is going to be G. The second verse is going to be in the key of A, and our third verse is going to be in the key of C. So every time we make a change there, it creates more interest. But how we get to that point, that key change, we kind of signal it, we kind of tell everybody who's listening, hey, this is going to be something different at this point. And it kind of sounds like this. Amazing grace, amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Now that little chord right there, that tells you the song is gonna change keys on you. And we call that the turnaround. Even if you stayed in the same key, that would be the turnaround. And that's the little pause between verses or choruses, where you go from a chorus back to another verse. There are no choruses in this song, so it's just it comes at where the next verse is. Anyway, I'll try and play this slow. It's in a terrible key for me to sing, and I'm getting over being sick, so my voice ain't great. But bear with me. Try to play along. Try to sing along if you can. But follow along with your written thing. I'll play it slow as I can here. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Here comes the key change. Oh, many dangers, toils, and fears we have already gone. 'Twas grace that brought us safe thus far, and grace will lead us home. Key change again. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun. Bad key. We've countless days to sing God's praise. Then when we first begun. So that's a modulation. And if I wanted to change it again, I'd go, let's see. I play an A7th, and then I modulate to D. And you keep doing that right on up, key change after key change. And basically what we're doing, if you played it in bar chords to show you where it is, that's key of G, but to change it, I move, no, let's see, yeah, starting the key of G, but to change it, I go to the key of E, and then it goes to the key of A, and then to change it, I go to, that's not right. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I got it. Anyway, forget that part. So play along with that. You should be able, with a little practice, to play it at the speed that I played it. And you can turn on the video and play along with me on YouTube again if you want, or whatever. But keep practicing it until you can do it. And what's good about this, not only does it teach you about modulating, which again creates interest, it's also a good exercise. They're all chords that I taught you a long time ago. You've learned most of these chords, except for Ty. You guys have learned these chords within the first 4 or 5 weeks of our being together. So you should know all these chords. So you know them all, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 8 different chords in there, all told. But we're taking them one verse at a time. So anyway, that's a good workout for you to remember your chord knowledge. And remember, you have to have it up here, and you have to have it here. You have to have both of those things going on. When I say an E, you've got to see it in your mind up here, and your fingers have to go there automatically. Because this is my first time doing this, I may stop the lesson right here. I'm running short on time. It's 4:30 right now, and I still have to upload it to YouTube and email you guys. So I think we're going to do that, and it'll be a little bit short, this lesson. But I've given you stuff that you can work with, and the beauty of YouTube is you can go back and do it all over again and practice it enough to where you can do it at the speed that I'm doing it, and you should do that. If, like me, most of you are staying home, like you should be, that gives you lots of time to practice your instrument. So do that. And just remember, to this weird time that we're living through, the second verse of Amazing Grace, which says, "Through many dangers, toils, and fears, we have already come. 'Twas grace that brought us safe thus far, and grace will lead us home. So I'm going to end the lesson with that today. Miss you guys, love you guys, God bless you, stay safe, and if you have questions, text me on our group text, and I will answer on our group text. And I can even put pictures in there and stuff like that, or even shoot a little video just to show you guys. But that's the best way to communicate. Take care and keep picking. See you. Hi guys, one more thing. I'm checking with Ryan to see if we can get the music for Sunday. Last Sunday, I grabbed my guitar and played along with the Sunday morning worship. And if there's songs that are easy enough for you, I want you guys to try and do that. It made it a richer worship experience for us. So I did it here at home. And if they're easy enough songs, you guys can play along while your family sings. That's it. Talk to you later. Bye.